I don't like this. Okay. Guess that sun is just gonna bother me for the remainder of this video. I want to sit somewhere. I'm on my knees right now because I don't have a stool or anything. Okay. So I've been watching videos about JoJo Siwa and other I don't even know. Her and other 14 to 15-year-olds. So I figured I'd make a video about my opinion on it. So yeah, found this random screw on the floor. It's very beautiful. So, my opinion on the whole JoJo Siwa thing. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, so I'm sorry if I get that wrong, but I don't care. I don't see why people care. I don't see why they're going after her specifically. I've been really confused. I can't seem to look from their perspective. I can't seem to understand what's so terrible about her. The only other time that I saw JoJo was on Dance Moms because my sister and my mom and I always like to watch Dance Moms. I think it's very enjoyable. And the drama, oh my god, guys, the drama. But yeah, I saw her and I immediately thought, wow, she and her mom are brats. I don't exactly remember what happened. There would be many times where Abby was kind of in the wrong and kind of just being a jerk. But yeah, I did not like JoJo or her mom very much, especially her mom. But that was when she was like, how old was she when she went on to Dance Moms? I don't remember. I think it was like 11 or 12 or something. But yeah, I didn't like her, but she's probably changed since then. And I know what you guys are thinking. Like, no, she acted all childish back then. Now look at her now, making all these music videos with bright colors and being happy. That means she's such a child. And yes, I did just say that. Because I'm sorry if I'm like misunderstand, I'll just say that. Sorry if I misunderstand what most of the people against JoJo Siwa are trying to say, but I just can't look from their perspective. I just misunderstand it so much that I might get their thinking completely wrong because I can't look from their perspective because I don't understand what they're trying to say or what point they're trying to get across. So I can kind of tell they're not really saying, oh, being happy makes you a child. But based on what I've seen, that's basically what JoJo's doing. She's just being happy. She's just being a kid, living out her childhood. And, yeah, I honestly don't see the problem with that. I just don't get it. She's just having fun. It's whatever. Anyways, what I was talking about earlier, like, how she's changed. I was talking about, like, personality-wise. You know, making videos with bright colors doesn't just mean you haven't changed at all whatsoever. That has no impact on your personality. Balding at the top of your head does not change your personality. So when I say that I think she's changed since Dance Moms, I mean personality-wise, okay? Just want to say that. So don't tell me, oh no, she hasn't changed because she still acts like a child. I don't care if she acts like a child. And, yeah, real quick, some problems that I do have with JoJo. She needs to let that hair down. How long has it been up? Like, does she keep it up when she sleeps? Probably, because she said before that it hurts when she lets it down, even though letting it down is completely natural. She's literally balding at the top of her head, which is a serious problem. She needs to let her hair down and relax. Like, it's the only reason I cringe while watching her videos is because of that hair. I can't look at it, not because it's ugly or it triggers me or something, but because It's not because it's ugly or whatever. I don't really care how someone looks, but if it's literally unhealthy, like you're balding. Oh, watch this. Hang on. It's like getting to this point. It's getting worse than this. But yeah, I really do think she needs to let her hair down. Sorry for the background noise. I'm just gonna make this video. I like making videos with me just talking to you guys without a script, without anything like that. I don't know why I always say without a script, because I never use scripts in my videos, any one of them. I never use scripts ever. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I don't care if someone looks ugly or whatever. The reason that I cringe at it is because it just looks so painful. Like, a lot of people say, oh my gosh, this person is a learning artist and animator. Ew, so cringy, give me the bleach. Or, oh, this person is doing bottle flips. Oh. But honestly, I think normal things to cringe at are things that like are literally like really painful or hard to look at. Like, imagine getting stabbed in the bottom of the foot. Now imagine someone doing a bottle flip. Probably a massive difference. Most of the people who say they cringe at these things aren't being serious. They're not really cringing at them. They're just saying it's cringy because everyone else does it too. I've never really understood the whole cringy thing. I never, like, ever since 2015 when it started, 2016 or something like that, I never understood it. I never understood what was so cool and trendy about it. I was just like, oh, okay, cringy's a word now because we can't say the full word cringeworthy. Literally, like, cringy isn't a word, dude. Seriously, I gotta go look it up right now. Like, there's not even, like, a legit dictionary definition of it. There's the Urban Dictionary, but look at that definition. The feeling of wanting to kill yourself. When you cringe at something, you don't want to kill yourself over it. Like, that's not even a real thing. Who came up with this stuff? I don't get it. Where did this stuff all come from? I always wonder. I'm always gonna wonder this stuff. Like, where did it come from? Where did it go? Oh, it didn't go anywhere. It's still here, even though it's 2018. We're nearing 2019, guys. That stuff belongs in 2015. Like, cringe and cancer and stuff like that belong in 2015. And yet, when people, like, dab or do a bottle flip or Snapchat or something like that, people are always like, ew, cringy cancer, that belongs in 2016. Okay. I did, however, find a legit definition of the word cringeworthy. Because it's a real word. Because it's a real word. Cringy, if it was a real word, it would actually be like on Google as soon as you see it, that legit dictionary right there. Dictionary definition. Not just, like, I still don't understand where these things came from. I just don't get it. Why? Anyways, back to the point of this video. This sun is driving me insane, I swear to God. So basically, I do not understand the JoJo siwa drama or comparison or whatever that's going on. Like, in a nutshell, it's pretty much just, wow, JoJo, are you kidding me? Look at that 14-year-old over there. She's doing makeup, she's doing her hair, she's actually taking care of her hair, which, that part makes sense, all right? I just don't get why other people compare her to other 15-year-olds specifically when it comes to her hair, because she should be compared to people with just normal hair who let it sit. Like, that is what it should be compared to, not just 15-year-olds when it comes to the hair situation. She does need to let her hair down. Her hair needs to breathe. I cringe at it because it looks painful, and that's what people actually cringe at most of the time, is actually, like, painful things or things that just make you stress out a ton, like, oh my God, no, please stop, no. Like, when you're watching someone say something that they really should not be saying. Even in class, like, you could be, like, listening to someone, like, talk shit straight to the teacher's face, and you could be like, oh my God, like, that's the kind of stuff that people cringe at, okay? Like, oh my gosh, no, this is not going to go down well. Oh my God, please just try to ignore it. Keep your head down. Keep your head down. Don't get involved. Oh God. That's the kind of stuff that people cringe at. Actually painful things, or things that you know are not going to end well. Like, imagine getting stabbed right dead center in the eye. How about that? Look at a picture of, like, someone poking their pencil straight into their eye. Like, that, even thinking about it. Like, that actually makes me cringe, as you can see. Not someone who's learning to draw or something, or someone who is singing or something, like learning to sing. Like, I don't get these things. Oh, these people are learning a certain talent and finding themselves and finding their passions. Ha ha ha! Go drink bleach! Where'd bleach come from? I don't even understand. Can these jokes need to die? Another thing that I guess there are a few exceptions for things that you actually cringe at. Like things that are so bad that it's just no. Or even your old videos, like things like that. Like, oh my God, what was I thinking? What was I doing? Oh my God, that's so bad. That's so terrible. But maybe it's just me, but I rarely cringe at things like that. I usually cringe at like old videos sometimes, very rarely, like at certain points. Like, oh my God, Allison, what were you thinking? No. And see, that's similar to the other situation I was talking about, like when something bad is about to happen, you start cringing. I feel like it's just gonna, I feel like, oh my God, dude, this is so bad. You're gonna get such terrible feedback on it, which, I mean, kind of depends on what video you're talking about. But yeah, I don't. But anyways, back to the JoJo Siwa situation. I need to quit jumping from topic to topic, but again, this is unscripted, unplanned, just everything like that. Anyways, like I was saying earlier, the drama or whatever in a nutshell is basically like, oh, JoJo Siwa, look at these other people. They have makeup. They've dropped all their stuffed animals and unicorns. They don't like bright colors anymore. Like people have even gotten to the point where they're like, oh, JoJo Siwa, look at those people. They have crippling depression. They're super stressed out and they hate their lives and they like all these dark colors. Why are you so happy? Oh my God, are you kidding me? That is literally one of the reasons. I've seen people word it exactly like that. Literally. And I'm sure you could find them easily. I'm too lazy to go get evidence right now. But why? Are you kidding me? Like, I don't even know where the stereotypes came from. Why is it? I don't think act your age is a saying that needs to exist, period. I'm not going to talk about the other girls who act like they're all grown up when they're like 13, 14, or 15. Hi, Allison. Hi. Do you have homework?
Sounds like yes.
No, hang on. I can't remember any of my classes that I had. No, I don't.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
It took a long time.
I couldn't remember any of my classes. I had to think through all my classes and think if I had homework in any of them. I don't have homework.
You should know already, because when you get home, you should, after your hour or whatever, you should look to see if you have homework, and then you'll know. Me and your dad are going to go to the gym.
Okay. Anyways, one thing, like I was saying, like, I don't think the act your age stereotype should even exist. It has no purpose. It doesn't make any sense. Like, oh, you're a 14-year-old who, like, okay, let's just, what do 14-year-olds like? I don't know. I'm 14 myself. I know it doesn't seem like I am, but yeah, I was interrupted, so yeah, I realized that I just kind of left the topic lying around about the people who are acting older. God, this is such a messy video. Jesus Christ. But yeah. About the 13, 14, 15-year-olds who are, like, acting like they're older than they should. I don't know if I should voice my opinion on that because I feel like it's going to spiral into something really dumb. Because I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, sexual stuff, no. Relationships and other stuff like that, I mean, I don't care. I mean, you can love someone at any age. I don't believe that you could be too young for love or anything. I don't recommend dating at a very young age. I think, like, when you get to high school, I think you're more mature, more experienced being around people, and you become mature and you've gotten to this point. That's what I recommend, and that's what I think you should do. But you know what? I can't stop people. I'm just going to let them love whoever they want to love. If they're happy with them, you know what? That's what matters. All right? But yeah, probably not going to last long if you're young. Just based on statistics and such. But yeah. I'm a 14-year-old. I don't like makeup. Makeup's annoying, okay? Let me get this straight. Makeup is annoying. It can be really painful. It can easily get in your eyes, or it's really annoying for me because I love food. I know it doesn't look like it, but this is because of an actual problem that I have. Like, I used to have this ulcer in my stomach, which is like a sore or hole in your stomach. I don't know if it's returned or not. I hope not. But yeah, I've had it pretty much my whole life. And my friend just texted me, "This red pepper is Italian." Wow, fascinating. Thank you for sharing the information with me. Anyways, I love food. I know it doesn't seem like it. I truly do love food. I like eating. I can't gain weight for life of me. Like, I'm 14, and when I was like 13, almost 14, like in spring or something of this year, that was when I like got to 60 pounds, and that was a huge achievement. We even got like a freaking cake for it and everything. I did not like the cake. The cake tasted nasty. The surface was covered in all this ramen looking stuff. I didn't like the taste of it. But that's not the point. The point is, I love food. That's the point of this video, ladies and gentlemen, is that I love food. But yeah, I love food, so I like eating a lot. And so if I put lipstick or something like that on, I don't like eating and then tasting all that stuff, and it feels like I'm swallowing chemicals, which I probably am. I don't know that much about makeup to know that kind of stuff because I hate it. It's uncomfortable. It takes time to put on, and I'm like, wow, this is so not going to be worth it in the end. And you're just sitting there while you apply your makeup or someone else applies your makeup. I don't know why people love it so much. I hate it. You know what? I'm going to let you love what you want to love, but I hate it. I'm sorry. No tea, no shade, but I personally don't like it at all. It's uncomfortable. It's annoying. It's painful. It could be itchy. Like, oh, I want to itch my eyes so bad. Like, but I can't because makeup. I'm going to smear it all around and everything is going to suck. Speaking of which, if you have like mascara or eyeshadow or whatever makes you, like eyeliner or something like that, if you cry, then guess what? All your stuff is messed up. It's in pain. I don't understand. Like, sure, it can make it look nice, but it's not worth it in the end, especially for someone like me who I don't even care about my looks at all. I'm wearing mismatched socks today. I mean, my outfit is just kind of plain. It's just whatever. I mean, I like nice clothes. I just don't really think that it's worth a bunch of money or a bunch of time or a bunch of effort or something like that. Like that rose dress in there, I don't even tell if you, I can't even tell if you guys can see it or not. You probably, yeah, you can. But yeah, I mean, I like it, but it's very uncomfortable and annoying to put on. Probably not gonna last very long. But yeah. I hate makeup, that's my point. Does that mean I'm a bad person or something? No. Doesn't mean I'm stupid or too immature. No, it just means I don't like makeup, okay? That's just my personal choice. We all have our own choices and decisions. Just because we like a certain thing that older people usually like doesn't mean we're trying to act old and mature and sexual. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And just because we like something younger people usually like doesn't mean that we're automatically just immature dimwits who don't understand anything. Oh, and here's another thing. This is kind of unrelated, but like young people, I feel so bad for young people, especially youngsters on the internet. Like most of the time, I hate them because they say dumb things and then they don't realize it and then they're jerks. but sometimes they could be nice. And you know what? Maybe I don't recognize that most youngsters on the internet are actually nice because they don't really say much. Like if they dislike a video, they just dislike it and go away, or they say something reasonable and you know, you'd think, oh wow, that person must be old and mature. You know, not like, oh wow, that person's like 11 years old or something. But yeah, that's a lot of things. Like, we don't realize there are a lot of positive people out there, because sometimes positive people just kind of don't say anything. They just kind of like the video and just wander away, whatever. Show some support, whatever. And then the negative Nancys go all out. Sometimes they dislike bot your video. Sometimes they spam mean comments, you know, whatever like that. You know, sometimes people do that. So it's kind of hard to notice the positive people in the crowd, because sometimes the positive people don't really say much. But yeah, anyways, I'm jumping from topic to topic. This is going to be such a pain to trim and edit. I'm going to want to kill myself in the process of editing this video. But yeah, let me explain why the act your age saying and stereotype is just so dumb. So it doesn't even make any sense in the first place. I just cannot, like I said before, I can't even understand what kind of perspective these people are looking at. So I'm sorry if I just completely mess up your logic and it's not what you think at all and I just butcher it completely. But I'm sorry. Like, I try to use common sense as much as possible. I try to be as logical as possible when it comes to arguing. So when you're not logical, I can't understand a thing you say. So it's hard for me to interpret. What the? Why can't I say that word? I can't understand it anymore. Interpret? I hate that word now. Okay, well, anyways, why do people, like, wow, I really am jumping from topic to topic. Ugh, I want to refilm this entire thing. I should just give up right now. I don't. So, youngsters have a lot of pressure. Like, if youngsters act mature, people are always like, oh, wow, you think you're so smart. Like, I'm sorry for being a young person who uses common sense. Do you want me to be a total bitch and just lash out on everyone just because I don't like their video? Or to try to fit in with everyone who's older and therefore more intimidating than me and pretend to drink bleach when I'm not actually drinking bleach and pretend that suicide is funny? Like, dude, there's nothing wrong with young people being just as mature as adults. That's a good thing. They're maturing. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? And another thing, why is this so bad when youngsters, and then when youngsters act immature, sometimes people are like, oh wow, you're so immature, just grow up, oh my god. And yes, people do that with youngsters too, not just older people or teens or anything like that, young people as well, very small children. I'm not saying I'm not a child, I'm 14, I'm still a kid. But, you know, I'm just saying, like, very young children. Like, anyone who's below a teen or anything like that. That is... like, they have so much pressure to be perfect. It doesn't make any sense, and I don't think that's fair. I don't consider myself to be one of the youngsters. When I say youngsters, I'm talking about, like, 10 or under, something, or somewhere around there. Maybe a bit older, but, yeah, I don't consider myself to be one of those people. But yeah. The act your age stereotype and why it's so stupid. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Why can't... okay, now. Alright, that was a massive waste of time. It doesn't make any sense. Why is it not okay? That was a weird voice crack thing. I don't even know what happened. But yeah. Why is it so bad? Like, why is it so bad? People always say, they always use need. They use the word need when saying that someone should act their age. They always, whenever someone makes that claim, they always use that word, need, somewhere in their sentence, which means it's obviously a necessity that someone needs to act their age. They're always like, oh, you need to act your age. You need to grow up. you need to stop doing this or stop doing that. You need to start focusing on this. Let me show you what I think of that kind of logic. So basically, necessities in life. Let's focus on actual necessities in life. We got food, we got water, we got oxygen, we got shelter, some kind of house, anything like that. We got, education. We have the English language or any other kind of language, being able to speak. We have all sorts of stuff just like that. So what you're telling me is if like a 5-year-old likes to wear this kind of pattern on them or something like that, that it's all cutesy-weetsy, it's all adorable, oh, it's so fitting. But if someone who supposedly needs to act their age, or keep those necessities in mind, then let's say a 15-year-old girl, let's say Jojo Siwa, likes a pattern like this or likes to wear something like this. I know this is scrapbook paper. You can wear paper. Stop being so paperist. No, but seriously, what if someone likes to wear this some kind of pattern, specifically Jojo Siwa? Does that automatically mean all that food, water, shelter, oxygen, education, language, does that mean they just can't have any of that anymore? Like, okay, I have a good education, I focus in school, I have clothing, that's another thing, clothing. I have food in my house, I have water, I have shelter, we got sunlight for our earth, we have all these different necessities, I have clothing, we got everything. So I got that, I got my life in order. Not really, but I have my necessities at least. I have my necessities. So when people say you need to act your age, well, let's say this. So I have all my necessities, right? This is your guys' logic right here. Necessities are right here. 14-year-old grabs a toy that is recommended for ages 3 to 9. Boop! All those necessities gone. I am now homeless. Let's go outside. Let me show you guys. Well, guys, I just got kicked out of my house for holding a toy as a 14-year-old. I no longer have food, water. I no longer have shelter. I'm homeless now because I'm 14 and I grabbed a toy. Yep. You see what I mean? Y'all act like all those things are... Now this thing is just, wow. Look at this. It's so hot outside. It's so hot outside. Oh, jeez. That was so sad. Seriously, I hate stereotypes. I mean negative stereotypes and other things like that. It's just... It's just annoying. And it doesn't make any sense. It's just... It's just selfish. Wait, not really selfish, honestly. It's just rude to call these people out just because they want to act young or live out their childhood or something like that, specifically JoJo Siwa. I'm not actually a fan of her. I only watched a couple of her videos just for this video and also to see the comments. And something that I'm learning each day and trying to get through my school is, look, Allison, listen, you don't need to care about other people's opinions. Who cares if the vast majority believe in one thing? Who cares if the vast majority disagree with you? You can still state your opinion. You don't have to agree with them. And I've had that issue a lot. I agree with what a lot of people say just because it's the vast majority. I agree with what intimidating people say because they seem intimidating to me. But I'm still trying to learn this to this day. It's okay to disagree with those people. So I'm trying to learn to accept my own opinions despite what intimidating people may think or what the vast majority may think. So I'm just going to share my opinion. Screw you. That was so good. That was so good. See, because this is a nail, not a screw. Okay, I'll stop now. Wait, no, this is a screw. See? I know what a nail and a screw are. No, maybe I do need some education. No, but seriously, this stereotype is just, I'm using my hand person. These stereotypes are just so, calm down. These stereotypes are just so stupid. They just don't make any sense to me. It's just telling people who are older than the recommended age for people to be playing with toys or to be enjoying bright colors or wearing bright colors or liking certain patterns or colorful patterns or anything like that, like this butterfly lamp that I have right here. Like, I could still have this in my room as an adult. That won't change anything. It really doesn't matter. When people say that you need to act your age, I think, oh, so it's a necessity that we need to act our age. If we don't act our age, something bad must have really happened. Like with real life necessities, and that's why I compared them earlier. Because if you don't have food, you're gonna starve to death and you're gonna die. If you don't have water, you're gonna thirst to death and you're gonna die. If you don't have oxygen, you're gonna die. You need oxygen to breathe. All right, you need oxygen to breathe, to inhale. Then you exhale carbon dioxide for the plants. Repeats the cycle. Science! Oh God, I hate science. You need a shelter because, dangerous weather. And so, temperatures, pretty much just dangerous weather overall or dangerous people. Again, these are all like kind of death related almost, except for these last two, like education. You need an education to be able to learn, to be able to grow up and pay taxes and everything like that. The only way that this really makes sense, in my opinion, to tell someone to grow up is like telling an adult to pay taxes already. Like telling a 30-year-old dude, you're still living in my house. Like this and the mom. Dude, son, you're still living, I'm sorry if this is cringeworthy, I don't care. Son, you're still living in my house. You need to get out, you need to move out, you need to get a job, you need to pay your taxes, you need to do all these things that normal adults do. That's not discriminating someone for their age, all right? Seriously. He's 30 years old. He needs to take responsibility. He's been going through school and he's graduated to get to this point so that he can live his life as an adult. He's causing his mom problems. She has to pay extra for him. He should learn how to pay his taxes. He should learn how to live in a home of his own for more privacy. He should live his own life, not be using his mom for her money, for just as an excuse to not get a job. Those are bad things, okay? So the only way that grow up really makes sense to me is telling like a full-grown adult who should be paying taxes to pay taxes because they're not paying taxes. Yeah, that's the only way that really makes sense to me, is to get a job, something like that. Like, that is the only way that grow up really makes sense to me. And again, I'm sorry if I butcher your guys' logic or something or get it completely wrong, but the reason I do is because your logic doesn't make any sense. If it made sense, I would probably be able to look at it from a logical perspective. But I can't, because it's not logical. It's just, Jojo, you're happy? Well, you need to be depressed like all these other teenagers. Or Jojo, you like bright colors? Well, you need to like dark colors or pastel colors or something like that, like all these other people your age. Or, oh, Jojo, or even me. Oh, Allison, you like to play with toys. Well, you move them in front of a camera, which means our world is messed up. Like, literally, people have told me, oh, our world is totally fucked if people are still playing with toys in front of a camera. Oh, no, our world is fucked because of that. Not drug abuse, substance abuse, depression, mental illnesses like bipolar, anxiety disorder, not things like people being homeless, people who are being bullied and cyberbullied every damn day of their lives, abuse, domestic abuse, mental abuse, verbal abuse, all those kinds of abuse, terrible people, kidnappers, killers, all these different things that are against the law, making people just feel uncomfortable, terrible. But guess what, guys? Throw all that out the window. Because this is the world's newest problem. I'm touching this and I'm moving it. Yeah, my whole life just went down the drain, everyone. I dropped out of school just like that. I don't live in a home anymore. I'm homeless now. This is all just props. I don't know how I afforded these because I'm homeless now. I don't have a life anymore. I don't have food. I don't even have oxygen anymore. I'm dead. It doesn't make sense. Please, ladies and gentlemen, look into stereotypes. Dig it deeper to see if they actually make sense. Just because they're stereotypes doesn't mean you need to agree with them. There are terrible stereotypes out there, okay? All right, there are awful stereotypes, just like this one. And I know ageism isn't really the world's biggest problem, but it's still a problem. We should acknowledge the little problems in life, all right? And I know it just went on and on about big problems, not little problems. And then I was like, oh, so this doesn't matter because there are bigger problems. Well, this doesn't matter because it's not a problem at all. Who cares? It's not going to do anything. It doesn't do anything. I have a family who loves me. I have friends. I have online friends, IRL friends. I have a social life. I have good mental health. I do have some problems, but that's not because of this. All right? All right? Now, one thing I will say real quick is I have made videos with these, and it's a lot of hard work. I'm not even going to go in depth with it. Just the way I make videos with them, I put a lot of effort into them, and it can cause me anger issues sometimes, which is why it annoys me when people say that it's lazy just because it's toys. Literally, I make series and skits and stuff like that, just like literally, if you were to take some of my stories and skits and series and stuff like that and just convert it from toys to humans doing it instead, people will all of a sudden be like, wow, so much effort was put into this. But once you convert it to toys, automatically there's just no effort. It's just lazy, and it's just moving around a toy. Yeah, guys, drawing is just making scribbles on a paper, just moving your arm with a pencil. That's all drawing is. Drawing doesn't matter. It doesn't take any talent or effort, all right? Just saying. Y'all need to quit praising and acting like it's the greatest thing ever, okay? Y'all need to stop acting like it's the greatest thing ever. Quit praising it. Like, it doesn't take any effort to draw, okay? God. So, yeah. That wasn't serious, by the way. I think I should stop working on this, honestly. What I was going to say was making videos with these has caused me anger issues. It's, like, honestly, though, that still doesn't mean that it's because of these. It's just because of the amount of effort that I choose to put in them. I could put a lot less effort into them, and then I wouldn't be as angry trying to perfect my videos, trying to make them the best that I can make them. But I would still feel sad because I wouldn't be living to my full potential. And I don't like not living to my full potential. So, really, it's not just because I'm playing, like, people will probably argue, oh, you have anger issues for making toys with those? Well, that debunks your entire argument, dude. It does matter to act your age. Because if it makes you angry to be making toys with making videos with toys or LPS, that means, like, I understand that you may be thinking that, but it's not. The reason is because of the amount of effort that I choose to put into them, and me telling myself I need to perfect myself and kind of pressuring myself and pretty much bullying myself into living to my full potential and other stuff like that. And even in the past when I couldn't take haters as well, and I just couldn't take negativity as well, I think that caused it too. And now that I have the anger issues, now even I do try to understand hate and stuff like that and negativity and try to actually look at it from a logical perspective, which is what I tried to do with this, but I can't seem to wrap my head around it. Even though I have anger issues now, I still try to take it better. I am trying to improve myself, and it's not just because of the fact that they're toys. It's because of other reasons, like haters and negativity and, you know, emotions as a 14-year-old, as a teenager, you know, not living up to my full potential, all the effort that I put into them, people just dismissing them as lazy just because they were toys. Like I said before, you can convert all the toy videos that I made and convert it to a human video, and all of a sudden it has a ton of effort into it according to society, just because it's with humans. But just because it's with toys, all of a sudden it's just moving a toy around. No effort. No, lol, XD, lol. I'm so clever. Like, yeah, I just think the whole thing is just stupid, and I just want to address this. Because I've been getting these videos in my recommend, and I'm like, you know, this just doesn't make any sense. I feel like I should put my input on this. It's fine if you don't like JoJo. I'm not saying you do have to. I'm not saying you have to like JoJo Siwa. I don't like her myself. I mean, I don't really know how she acts. I mean, she may be just doing this all for her audience. We don't know. I'm not just gonna assume stuff here. I don't know why she acts this way. Maybe this really is her personality. But either way, I'm not gonna tell her she can't do something because she's not gonna care. First of all, so I have no motivation to try to go after her or something when she's not even gonna listen to me. And I don't know why a lot of these people are really motivated to like gang up on this 15-year-old. Like, lots of people are legit, like, motivated and determined to get this kid off YouTube. She's not going to listen. I can tell. I can tell little parts about her personality. And what I can tell so far is she's not going to listen to that. I'm not saying you can't have a negative opinion on her. That's not what I'm saying at all. I don't care about your opinion, whether it's positive or negative, unless it's something crazy like murder is okay. But not liking JoJo Siwa is not the same as that, so I don't care. I'm just saying we should not be going by this dumb stereotype, even though ageism really isn't a big problem and it's something that a lot of people say is just fake. It's not fake. People are discriminated because of their age multiple times. Like, oh, you're 9? Quit acting so mature. You're supposed to like unicorns and Barbies and like it just doesn't make any sense. You know, ageism is still a problem, even though it's not as big as something like racism, where people are literally getting slaughtered for this stuff. I'm just addressing it. That's all. There's nothing wrong with addressing smaller problems just because there are bigger problems. Like, I was actually going to make this skit with these guys called, Oh Yeah? Like, this person goes to a therapist like, oh, I have depression and I'm having a lot of problems. I just want to know what you could do to save me. And then the therapist is like, oh, yeah? Well, I've seen people getting literally physically abused by their families. Your families love you very much, so you can walk on out of there. And then the person's just like, what? And it's like one of those moments where, like, one of the characters, like the main character, is the only sane one there. Like, later on, as it just goes on with, like, oh, yeah, well, this person's going worse. Oh, yeah, well, I'm going worse. This one homeless man just comes in like, oh, yeah, well, I'm homeless and I don't have a family, so suck on that. And then just everyone just claps, except for the sane person. They're like, what is happening? I just want to get help for my mental illness. Like, that is what our world has come to. I'll probably still make that video, to be honest. My legs hurt from sitting in my hamper, and, oh, God, I want tea, and I'm gonna go watch my own videos, because I'm sad. Yeah, all I'm saying, just because ageism is a small problem doesn't mean I can't address it. Just because JoJo acts young, like, just because there's stereotypes doesn't mean they're real, okay? Just because JoJo Siwa acts young doesn't mean she's a bad person. We can't tell her what her personality is, so I'm not going to judge her too quickly. I'm not interested in her content, so I just stay away from it, all right? All right. I'm not saying don't like, don't watch, because I know for a fact you can't judge videos without watching them. I'm aware of that. All I'm saying is if you know you don't like JoJo Siwa, then you know not to watch. If you know you don't like it, then you know not to watch. I'm that kind of person, not don't like, don't watch. I'm like, if you know you don't like it, then don't watch, you know? That's all I'm saying. If you're not interested in her content, I would just recommend staying away from it and watching someone who you enjoy. And just, that's what you should do with all creators. If you happen to not like their content, then just stay away from it, you know? Unless it's like serious and needs to be addressed, then you should probably report all their videos as quickly as possible, or they're breaking community guidelines. But from what I can see, JoJo hasn't really done any of that. I'm not exactly sure, but from what I can see, the only things that people are complaining about is her hair, the fact that she talks really fast, and also the fact that she doesn't act her age. Like, that's the dumbest thing ever. These kinds of stereotypes are so dumb. They just came out of nowhere. People who were really sad just came up with them. Like, hey, guess what? Like I don't even know where it came from. Just because most younger people like to do this doesn't mean older people can't like it too. Just because older people usually like this doesn't mean younger people can too. That's all I'm saying. Touching this as a 14-year-old doesn't ruin my life. It doesn't throw away all chances of living as a human being and staying alive. All right, that's not how it works. Hopefully I didn't sound like a white knight in this video because I don't want to be that type of person. Like I said before, I only watched a couple of JoJo's videos just for this video. I'm not going to watch any more of her content because I know I don't like it and I know not to watch it. I will keep watching Dance Moms though. I like that. You know, whatever. You know, another thing I just realized. Don't worry, I'm almost done with you. I know I sound like one of those teachers who just lectures on and on. I'm sorry. But one thing I would like to say, maybe some people just want to go back and relive their childhood. You know, some people, and now that's not the case for me because I discovered these when I was 10 and turning 11, and now I'm 14, and I played with them ever since. So they're not reliving my childhood, but like I'm about to go and watch the classic Powerpuff Girls just to relive my childhood because I just downloaded Hulu on my phone. You know, that's what I'm going to do. Just to relive my childhood. Just memories, you know? Don't always assume that these people are just childish or something. There's nothing wrong with wanting to relive your memories or act like a child or just have fun. All these people are really doing is having fun. And I don't see why people think it's a necessity that they have to stop. People are very dramatic. They literally use the words need and have to. When you say someone needs to do something, that means like it's a necessity. When you say need, that like that's what necessity. That's what necessity comes from. That's the word that necessity comes from, is need. I'm going to stop talking now because this is getting repetitive. Yeah. You don't need to act your age. Acting your age is a myth. Goodbye.